stay on her. I don't know why you can put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking, it's talking me nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm a champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is. Run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I gave you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these crickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in to the one and only Big Hink Sports Review. Yeah. Basketball, football, breaking it down for you. Yeah. Now vibe with me. Like, comment, subscribe, oh yeah. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Big Hink Sports, like, comment, subscribe, kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Step on the court, feel the sneaker squeak. Hink call a play like a coach unique. Fast break vision, highlight reel. He breaking down the stats with that southern feel. On the field, end zone, crowd gon' roar. Touchdown energy, we want more. So if you want the game from a real point of view, better show love, like, comment, subscribe to. Like, comment, subscribe, say what? Big Hink, keep the game alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Big Hink Sports Review. NBA nights, NFL days. Hink break it down in so many ways. From the block to the pocket, the hustle, the grind. Every story hit different when Hink defines. Laughs in the flow, but the game stay tight. He shine the spotlight where it feel just right. Sports and the culture, it's more than the vibe. It's the truth and the groove. Come on, subscribe. Now don't wait, don't hesitate. Click that button, elevate. Join the tribe, be part of the crew. Sports review with Hink coming straight to you. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Keep the channel alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Hink Sports Review.
It's a beautiful Monday. Guys, as y'all can see that beautiful thumbnail, y'all know what's about to go down. We back in this piece. We here to talk sports. And if you're not here to talk sports, then I don't know what to tell you. You're in the wrong place. At least on the Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's what we're here to talk about. Some great sports. And guys, we got a big thing coming up. Guys, if you're living on the rock, you have no idea what's about to come up on Thursday. And shame on you that you don't know. It's shame on you that you don't know. At Thursday, it's the not official beginning of the NFL season. Guys, we right there on the same block. This is around the corner. And starting this Thursday, we have an NFL draft. Guys, I'm going to have a special Thursday show, guys, for those who do not know. Last year I did a special, and I tried to stream in the draft, but they gave me hell. They didn't like it. So I won't be actually get to stream in the actual draft, but I will be trying to keep you guys updated on the picks and as they go. I will have it on my screen here, but I will not be able to share it with you guys. But I will do, I think the NFL channel usually has their digital running clock I can use, and I don't think should not give me issues. But if they do, we'll snatch it down because we not playing. We love this channel over here, and we want to continue to be this channel. I want to continue to have good entertainment for you guys. But in order to do that, I got to have a channel. And we can't go without that channel, right? So, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Do me a solid. Hit that goddamn like button. Time should be not wasted on anything else. But you hitting that like button. When you come in, wipe your feet off, say your welcomes, say hello to the family, kiss your dog, your wife, your kids, and don't kiss your goddamn dog. I ain't with this. But some of you some guns would like to kiss your goddamn dog. I ain't with it, but I understand if you want to show love to your pets. Whatever pet you have, dog, cat, fish, hamster, gerbil, I don't know, pig. What's the goddamn button? Just hit that goddamn button. That's all I need for. If you watch it on replay and you thought you're going to forget, but I'm not going to let you because I'm going to hit you with that reminder throughout the whole show. Hit that like button. What's the goddamn button? If you didn't hit that like button, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Please don't make me send a sheriff to your house, to enforce the warrant that I want you to hit that goddamn like button. What's the goddamn button? With that being said, I appreciate every last one of you being here, being entertained, hanging out with me for this next few minutes or so. I don't go long, guys. Y'all know I don't go long. You know what I'm saying? I give you about a good hour of good entertainment, talk about great sports. Now, sometimes the passion will take us a little longer, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with it at all. If the questions are good, the entertainment good, the interaction's good, it may go longer than an hour. But the most important thing is to make sure that the information is shared with you beautiful people. That's the most important. I got to make sure that I share the information. Now, I know y'all seen the thumbnail with me in Chicago Bears gear. I'm a big Chicago Bears fan through and through, hands down. But we don't just talk about Chicago Bears sports over here. Right? We don't just talk about Chicago Bears football. We talk about NFL. So if that means I got to talk about the sorriest team in the NFL, and we all know who that is, right? The goddamn Green Bay Packers, FGB. I don't have to go. Y'all know what the FGB. If you are a guy who's a Bear fan, y'all know what FGB means. I ain't got to go say it. If you don't know, fuck Green Bay. God damn it, I'm going to tell it to you now. I didn't want to say it, but I will. But I was concerned about the youngins. So I won't say it again. FGB. God damn it, FGB. We'll talk about them too. Now, hopefully we talk about them because they losing and getting their ass dragged up and down the goddamn field. But, if they get some news that feel like we need to talk about, we'll talk about them. Sorry, son of guns. God damn it. It's part of being in sports. You got to talk about your rivals sometime. You know, I'll talk about Detroit. I'll talk about the daggone Minnesota. Sorry ass Green Bay. They got to be talked about. But I'm going to talk about other teams, right? We're going to talk about others. Like, we'll talk about sorry ass Dallas Cowboys and how they just resigned their goddamn kicker. My man just got paid 4 years. $28 million, huh? That's nothing to sneeze at. He got the bag. I can't fight the man. The man's a good kicker. You know what I'm saying? He's a good kicker. He deserves it. Man did what he had to do. He deserves it. But, you know, he got paid. Shout out to Aubrey, Brandon Aubrey, for getting his record-setting 4-year, $28 million extension. That man got a $20 million guarantee. Jesus Christ. God, everybody got to get paid. Look, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. Now, some people may say, well, that's you the kicker. Why they pay kicking him? Oh, hey, look here, man. There's been times I wish I had me a goddamn different kicker. Cody Park, back in 2017, when that hit that double doink, I wish I had Aubrey at that time. Now, he wasn't in the league. Shit, I don't know how old he was then, but still. I wish we had a better kicker. He cost us a goddamn playoff game. Jesus Christ. But that's a different story, and I'm not going to go down that avenue. You're not going to get me all in my feelings. Think about opportunities we missed out on because we only worry about the future. And here and now, the present. That's how we shout out to Luther Vandross. Here and now, I promise to love faithfully. Okay. I'm just saying, man, if we had a kicker like Aubrey back in 27, over weak ass Cody, and the bad thing, he's a former Philadelphia Eagle too. Sorry ass. Shit. Get on my goddamn nerves. He said Cody Parker made us all sick. God damn it, I know that's right. I know that's right. Jesus Christ. Cody damn Parker. Well, look here. Again, we're not going to dwell on the past. We're going to worry about the present. And shout out to Aubrey for getting that $28 million contract for 4 years. Well deserved. Cowboys made the decision, even though Calorie Boys going to have some salary cap problems in these next few years because they got to have to pay some people. Pickens got his extension. Well, not really, but he did get that what we call the tag. So he's earned about $34 million just this one season. But they already paying a big buck to what's that boy's name? Lamb. Now, you ask me how they were paying, but that's a different conversation. That's not for me to have. That's for you Cowboy fans to cry over, not me. Dak got his money. I mean, Dak so worried about that goddamn money. He said, if you don't sign this goddamn prenup, we ain't getting married. I can't fight him against that. I can't fight again. I think it was a smart thing to do. Yeah. He did pull up on the rug at the last minute. Should have told him from the giddy up we're not going to do it. But, you know, better late than never. Shout out to you, Dak. Dak said, I ain't going to get a ring on the field. I ain't getting no ring in real life. That's what Dak said. Dak said, ain't nobody get no goddamn ring. I'm not going to win a ring, and I'm not blessing people with rings. That's what he said. When he said, I'm not getting married, he said, nobody get a ring. I ain't get a ring for the Cowboys. She ain't get a goddamn ring for me for the press guys. That's what she said. Let me take some while. I'm about to choke on this guy. Damn, it's crazy. But let me say this. Aubrey wasn't the only one got paid. Huh? Yeah, shit. He wasn't the only one just got paid. Huh? According to the Cincinnati Bengals, we all know that the trade was acquired. They traded their first pick, the 10th pick of the draft, in order to get a Dexter, a big Dexter, the dancing teddy bear. I think that's what they call him, huh? The big dancing teddy bear. Dexter Lawrence, defensive tackle, formerly of the Giants, just got him a one-year contract extension, $28 million. So, with that extension, now he's with Cincinnati for the next 3 years, averaging about $23 million a year. Bengals only have to give up the 10th round pick. Now, to me, I'm just being honest, it's a healthy cost, right? But then some say, well, he's only getting paid $23 million for the next 3 years. Probably made his best years. Young man's 28 years old. $28. Next 3 years, he'd be 31. They ain't got to resign him after that. But did they pay a hefty cost in order to get him? And especially we talk about a team who needs offensive line help. Yes, they need defensive line help. Most teams do. And a lot of teams like to build on for that. But you're talking about the most important thing that Joe Burrow needs right now. That's offensive line help, right? Your franchise quarterbacks need somebody to block for his ass. I know you pay your receivers well. Congratulations to them. But just quarterback's not going to better get the ball to the receivers if he has nobody to block for him. If he's always scraping himself up off the goddamn ground, that ain't going to mean anything. And unless Dexter going to play both ways, offense and defensive line, I don't know. But, with that being said, that's the gamble they took. They felt like the need of defensive line is more important than offensive line. My man said, who are we taking at number 9? I'm definitely saying a defensive line. Now, as far as who are they taking at number 9? I don't know. I don't know. You have a lot of when you're in that top 10, let me say this. When you're in the top 10 of the draft, you got a lot of good options, right? And my man said a defensive lineman. Well, you got a lot of good options with that. You got the Caleb Banks from Florida. You got the Peter Woods from Clemson. You got Caden McDonald's from Ohio State. You got Lee Hunter. You got Christian Miller from Georgia. So I gave you about the top 5 that plays the position of defense line. So let me give you some of the measurables from some of these guys. The first one I ranked number 1 is Florida 6'6" Caleb Banks. He's 6'6", weighs 327 pounds. Right? He's 6'6", weighs 327 pounds. That's a big man. That's a big man. Huh? It's a big dog right there. You know. It says Banks has the potential to be a dominating force at the next level. His medical history will be a significant part of his evaluation. It did as he didn't suit up until the last two games of 2025 due to a foot injury suffered in camp. Then he broke a bone in his foot while preparing for the combine, leading to surgery that would keep him out until OTAs. So right there, that could be a problem. Now, his NFL comparison is Muhammad Wilkerson. So those who don't know, Muhammad Wilkerson used to play for the Cincinnati Bengals back in the days. Big man out of Ohio State. I remember him. He was a big boy and he can move. So should be interesting. Next guy up is Peter Woods, ranked number 2 for Clemson. You might realize he was this short. He says 6'2", 298 pounds. His NFL comparison is Milton Williams. I don't know who that is. Making his jump to the NFL on his heels of a disappointing final season won't help Woods' draft stock. But you don't have to squat to see why he is a widely considered potential top 10 talent beforehand. The Clemson product is an impressive athletic for the position, demonstrating a quickness that can be that could be tough for opponents' interior linemen to match in any phase of the game. That's what it said. Number 3. Kendall McDonald. Caden McDonald, I'm sorry. K-Dale. What the hell? I just made up a goddamn name, didn't I? Ohio State, 6'2", 326 pounds. Lavelle Joseph, I don't know who that is either. McDonald is a potential nose tackle. The Ohio State product can absolutely swallow up double team blocks if need to be. His ability to anchor down and avoid any sort of displacement will help keep second-level players clean. There we go, right there. See, that's what I would call a classic, traditional defensive tackle right there. A guy who demands double team, but who's also is going to keep your linebackers clean so they can make plays. Now, right now, that's what I projected in my mock draft, and I definitely will go over that mock draft with you guys of who the Bears will be taking at the 25th pick. But we would definitely be talking about that. But let's keep going. Number 4 in this ranking, Lee Hunter. Texas Tech, 6'3", 318 pounds. Now, the other guys didn't run a 40. I don't know why. But Lee Hunter did, and he ran it at 5.1. Now, that's fast for that man's size, man. For the all who not know, that's fast. That dude's moving. But let's keep going. Hunter will be built will be built as a nose tackle based on his power and below average athletic profile. That almost certainly is the best fit for him at the next level. He's not your average early down space eating eater, though. In fact, the Texas Tech star probably needs to improve his ability to anchor against double teams as he transitions to the next level. But he's an impact player in the run game either way. I know that's right. I know that's right. So he's not going to be the greatest pass rush. He's not going to be that type. He's not going to be Warren Sapp, right? He's not that. But guess what he's going to do? He's a space eater, and he's going to stop the run. And most part, that's what your tackles need to be doing anyway. As for your ends, to get that good pass rush on them. But it can't hurt. If you come from defensive tackle, you can get a good pass rush. That's that Warren Sapp type ability, that Hall of Fame type ability that not a lot of players like that have. But let's keep going. Number 5. And it's the last one out of the rankings I'm going to go through. Christian Miller. Georgia, 6'4", 321 pounds. Didn't run the 40. NFL comparison is Jonathan Hankins. I don't know who that guy is. Blocking Miller can't be fun. That's what he's saying. It can't be fun. It's not fun to block this guy. The Georgia product makes life difficult for opponents in the run game. Okay, a good run stopper. That's what we need. Demonstrating the heavy hands and explosive power to knock back a man across from him. God damn. That means he's treating these other grown men like children. The ability to reset the line of scrimmage can be disruptive enough to a rushing attack. I know that's right. But it also shows his ability to shed his blocks and find the ball to finish a play on his own. That's what you want. So, as a defensive lineman, those are some good options, right? Those are some good options. I mean, you want those type of options as a defensive line, right? That's what you want. I mean, that's what you want your team to have. So, as the 9th pick, my man just asked me, is the Kansas City Chief. Now, I don't know if he misread it, but that's who's picking 9th. That's who picked his 9th. And of course, if he's talking about the Giants, well, the Giants got the 10th pick. But they also have pick number 5. Right? They also have pick number. So they got pick number 5 and pick number 10. That's what the Giants have. So if I was the Giants, you may be looking for offensive line help. I'm sure they're going to have to find some way to replace what they lost with defensive tackle. So there's going to be a lot of great positions that they could pick from, especially when you got 2 picks in the top 10. You know, when you got 2 picks in the top 10, you got options. You go offense, defense, offense, defense, defense. You know, you get them options. Shout out to my man B1. He come through, said, "Well, boy, Hink, what's going on? What's going on, brother? Hopefully all is well." Man, you know, we over here talking about guys sport. You know how it goes. We over here talking about guys sport. We talk about football. And we got a draft come Thursday. So we got to get ready for that. We're going to have a special show Thursday. I may even drop the link. I'm going to have a guest up here with me, trying to work all the details out with that. May have a couple of guys up here with me, but I'm still trying to work out the details as far as that. So Thursday, we'll have a special show Thursday. We're going to have a special show. Can't wait to see, to be here with you guys. Looking forward to it. I did do a mock draft this past weekend because I got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in the goddamn war room. I'm out there helping my team to put a winning squad together, right? I'm in there trying to find holes that we have in our team and trying to find the spots that we are good at, but I would like to have some more backup players or some rotational players and all that good stuff. You got to have those, right? You know, you got your starter, but you get it's a brutal game. It's a brutal game out there. And so with that brutal game, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have people get dinged up and banged up a little bit. So you're going to have make sure you have multiple players at multiple positions. So I'm out there doing what I got to do to help my team out. And guess what? I could be a GM for your team. You just let me know. Let me know if y'all need to hire your boy to be a GM for one of y'all teams, like the Cowgirls or you know, somebody like that. They always need GM. They doing bad work. But I could be a GM for them. I wouldn't ruin your team. I help your team be a better team. Now, whether they active and follow through with it, that's a different conversation. I can't help you there. But at least I'm gonna get you the players. I'm at least look as Bill Parr said, you say back in the day, I'm at least get you the ingredients so you can cook your stew. Huh? I'm gonna help you out with that. I'm just saying. But guys, with that being said, let me get ready to go over my I want to share my screen with you guys. We're gonna share my screen with my as y'all can see. I don't know if you can see it. If you can't see it, I apologize. I will definitely read out the names. You can't see it. But this right here is my my mock draft that I pulled up. That I projected for my team, and it's going by based off some of the needs that we have. This is what I got. Now, overall, I got a B plus. Your boy got a B plus overall, right? He got a B plus, is what we got. But I feel like I fulfill a lot of positions that we needed. Now, we was defensive heavy. I ain't gonna front, but that's just me. We got one offensive player. That's just all we got. We only got one offensive player. Now, of course, more likely that will not happen with Ben Johnson as my head coach. This dream will not happen if this mock draft. I know this won't happen. I know it won't. Too good to be true. Even though it wouldn't hurt. Let me say that. Even though it wouldn't hurt to have this come to fruition. But more than likely it won't. But with that being said, let's go through it. So for guys who do not know, we have 1 first, 2 seconds. We have a third. Let me look it up. Let me look up my draft order because I got it for sure. I don't want to just give y'all anything. I don't want to just say anything. I do have it right offhand. I'm gonna make sure you guys know. So this is what we have. And I will pull this up for you guys so you guys can see it. So we'll be all on the same page. You know, I just don't want to give you any goddamn thing, right? So let me pull up here as we go over it. So here we go. This is the draft order for guys that didn't know. So guys, as you can see, the draft order is 1 first, 2 seconds, 1 third or fourth, and 2 sevenths. Those are actual pick numbers right there. As you see, the first pick is the 25th pick. The second round is 57, and the other second round is 60. The third round is 89. The fourth round is 129, and the seventh rounds is 239 and 241. So there you go. There's our draft order as well as the picks. This is what we have in this upcoming draft this weekend. But this is my mock draft that I came up with. Now, I wish it to come to fruition. He said 3 defensive tackles. I guess 1 will hit, hopefully. Well, not 3 defensive tackles. 2. Well, let me take it back. We do got 3. You're correct. 3 do. This one's gonna pretty much be a special team. As I don't see him making a contribution. I've seen Dave Castilla play in at UK. I'm a Kentucky fan, so I've seen him play, and he's good. He's a good player. He's a good rotational player. You know, he's gonna definitely be in the rotation. And I do have a safety on her. In case you didn't know. I like Jacoby Thomas from Miami. Now, I did pick him in the 4th round, maybe a round too early. He's probably more of a 5th rounder, but we don't have a 5th round or 6th, so we have to. You got to do what you got to do. He said, and maybe offensive tackle and guard later. I did get a center, Jake Slaughter from the University of Florida. You know something, as it's obvious, you are a Bears fan. I assume. I could be wrong. I've seen some people from Chicago not be Bears fans. Shame on you, some bitches who are. But it's a different conversation. We're not going to go down that road. Not today, anyway. I'm going to let y'all live. Even though we need to go and cut your goddamn wrist. But that's a different conversation. We're not going to go there. I'm okay. I'm okay with the tackle position as of right now. I know we got one on the mend. I like the one that we made a deal from Cleveland with. I like Jones to get an opportunity to get fully healthy and to be in a rotation. I do like that. I know that's right. So I'm not really pressing as far as the tackle position. Now, the guard position, I can agree with. Look, we don't have to get that at other defensive tackle. I mean, you know, I'm okay with that. Let me say this. That other 7th rounder, Eric Gentry, I like him. That linebacker from USC, you know, still depends on who you ask, the fake USC, as Don Saylor would say. The other USC, you know. I do like him. 6'6" linebacker, big, tall linebacker. I could see him being moved to the line as a pass rusher. I like his ability because he's done it a few times in college. You know, I'm not too far from the Big Ten country. Indiana's 15 minutes away, so I do get to watch a lot of Big Ten. We do have the option of the Big Ten channel in my state, so you know, I get to watch a lot of Big Ten football, and I was able to watch him. I got to see him, especially a couple years ago, when Caleb was up there. Of course, you know, kept sliding Caleb be the first overall pick. Said, well, let me watch his quarterback. So I got to watch. That's what made me start watching USC. Now, of course, back in the days, I used to watch USC with Reggie Bush, Matt Liner, and Lindell White, because they had a hell of a combination. I used to watch them then. Kind of died off on for a while because they kind of fell off. I used to watch them way back then. But like I said, they in a Big Ten now, and I was able to get the opportunity to watch them. And so I'm tapped in with USC, and that's the reason why I put them. You know, I made them. Now these are two. The 7th round picks was just to pick it out of feelings. I like Gusta as a possible rotation guy for the Birds, just like, you know, wouldn't mind having a Kentucky player on the team. You know, just hard. And I do like the Eric Gentry. So those last 2 picks are just coming from the heart. Doesn't have to be what it is. It's optional. Look, I even on one mock draft, I picked a receiver at that position. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But those 2 positions was just pick off the heart, not off the dome, just off the heart. Didn't like the players that they had available during that time, so I picked them in. As far as safety, I do like Jacoby Thomas. I remember seeing Jacoby Thomas when he played for Tennessee State, right? So I do remember him. And then when he got to Miami and played, I said, oh man, they got a good pick. I know he played on the lower D1 level, but he's still a good pick. And he didn't disappoint. Now, of course, I picked him, I told you, in the 4th round. And they gave me a C- for the grade on him. He's the reason my grade's so low. Him and Lee Hunter, damn you 2 suckers. But, you know, I like him as a safety. He's one of those safeties that doesn't mind come down in the box and play. You know what I'm saying? Depends on the defense. You could put him at the weak side linebacker. I'm just saying. That's how he loves to get in there and grind it out. And I love those type of safeties. I don't want those safeties to sit back and, no, hell no. One who's going to get their nose and put their nose in the business. That's the type of safety I want. I like Jones, but he can't anchor down. But I know he was hurt last year. Williams had major knee surgery, leg surgery. And Theo can pass block. I think he said can't. I think he was trying to say Theo can't pass block that great. Okay, I got you. I don't know, man. We found a gem in the 7th round last year. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I'm hoping we can find another gem. Look, I hope we do get Eric Gentry as a 6'6" linebacker. God damn, that's crazy. How many linebackers you know in 2025, 2026, 6'6" like that? They not. Now, I know we just Trey Edmond was a big linebacker. He's probably about 6'5". But this dude is tough, man. And his ability to play the pass rush as well, that's what makes him most special to me. We could put him at the end spot on certain defenses. So that ability right there, it intrigues me, especially at the 7th round pick. I like to see what can happen. You know, get the right coaching up on him. I like to see that. Yes, he is fast. Let me get his numbers for you. Let me get his numbers for you. Let me get his numbers for you. So according here, they rank him at 6'7". 6'7" and 221 pounds. Let me go into detail on his numbers. So he ran a 4.5. Now, according to the NFL Combine, he's measured at 6'6", 228-pound linebacker, speedy, and considered elite for his position with the time of 4.5 range, placing him amongst the top linebackers in 2026 class. 86-inch wingspan, 35-inch vertical, 120 in broad jump, 124 in broad jump, I'm sorry. That's some of his measurements, man. This dude is tough. Hand size, 2.5. He's from the Philadelphia area. Arm is 35 inches. So, I know Dennis Allen's a big fan of the ones that's tall and lanky. Long frame allows him to make the tackles from distance. Active targets punch out, forced 5 fumbles in 2025. That's what we're looking at. Now, some of his weaknesses: must add mass to play in the league. Lacks upper body power, hand usage to get off blocks. Below average change of directions in man coverage. High center of gravity makes open field tackling tougher. Look, guys, let me say this. They're going to convert him to an end. That's just hands down. He'll be converted. He'll be converted. Middle child of 10. Damn. 10 siblings. His mother played basketball for Rutgers. Okay, there you go. So it comes from an athletic family. So those are some of his numbers. Say he is fast. Yeah, 4.5 40, man. 6'6". Depends on what day of the week. 6'8", weight 228 pounds. Yeah, they're gonna put him at the end. They're gonna put him at the end. If we would say we'll draft him, we'll put him at the end. Put some weight on him. You know, get him in that training room, put some weight on him, give him some strength, and see what we can do with him. We spent the 7th-round pick on him. What you know? Can you find a GM there? Yes, you can. More likely not, but it's possible. It's very, very well possible. So that's just my mock draft that I did this past weekend. The reason why I like Hunter, because I like him as a run stopper. We know he's not a pass rusher. We don't need him for that. T.J. Parker, I think, is a very decent pass rusher that would definitely benefit and help your boy Sweat as well as Booker. We still got Turner. You know, they could either put him at the defensive tackle or the edge. My man said, I'm almost feeling like we might be good on the defense lines. We signed 2 edges and a defensive tackle still. Oh, man. Dayo, I could care less if he comes back. But unfortunately, he got that guaranteed money. And he got that contract. We still got to honor him. We'll be losing money if we let him go, unfortunately. Come back, and Turner's not saying that he'll be good or bad, but that's a lot of bodies to get in the game. Let me say this. I don't know what's going to go on with Dexter. And we already know Grady is a guy who's look like he's really slowing down and starting to collect on these injuries. So I can't really count Grady in there. Turner, we still don't know what we're getting from him. So, I mean, I don't know. I understand, you know, we did sign some guys for depth. But at the same time, you could never have enough. Because you got to think, we lost quite a few. We lost like 3 different linemen. Robinson's, Billings, and what's the other guy? I can't think of the other guy. I can't think of the other guy we lost. All right, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. But we signed some guys, but you never know. And getting Kate McDonald, yeah. The 2 positions that I would want it in that first round, it either end or defensive tackle. Either one that would, to me, I know a lot of people saying, well, let's go get the safety from I think it was from Kent State. I did like his numbers. I did like what I was seeing. I did like that. But as far as the first round, no. There's a lot of safeties. You know, fortunate for us, there's a lot of safeties in this draft. So we'll see. We'll see. When I said, I get it, bro. If we do something like Seattle and get some good players, not elite, we'll be okay. They didn't have a 10-sack player. And that's vital, man. I mean, Let me say this. When you got a good pass rush, man, that can definitely help your secondary big time. I think we got all pro corners right now, right? I really do. I wish we had a better pass rush last year than we did. And with that pass rush, that's going to make everybody look better. When you have a good defensive front, that makes that feels a whole lot of stuff. Now your cornerbacks don't have to block that long. Your linebackers ain't forced to cover that long. When you do blitz, it looks better. It doesn't look chaotic. There was times where it looked like that, man. It looked just wasn't there. But I think it's due to the lack of pass rush. Now, truth be told, my first pick in the first round will want to be a pass rush, defensive end. But in this mock draft that I came up with, to me, the best available player between them two positions was Caden McDonald. I do like that young guy from Missouri. I think he has a lot of potential. I really do. We also need to see what Zach Frazier is about. Tall corner, like Wright was, but hopefully he can cover better. Think they might draft a corner. Yeah, see, I'll be very disappointed. Look, let me tell you this, my man. I don't think we need a draft. I don't think we need to draft a wide receiver in our first 4 picks if we're going to draft one. I'm just saying. I think Walker deserves the opportunity of getting that third wide receiver position. Let me take this off. I think, excuse me, I think Walker deserves the opportunity of solidifying that third wide receiver position. I really do. No, I knew what you meant. But there's rumors out there that we should draft. I mean, it was on our where, positions needed was wide receiver. Now, it was the last, probably the lowest one out of the players that we need, but still, people talking about we need to draft a third wide receiver. I don't think so, man. I like what we have at wide receiver. I really do. I do. But I feel like if we're doing it, we're just going to be doing it just to say we're doing it. We did pick up a wide receiver in a free agency from Detroit. Somebody who's already familiar with Ben Johnson's system. I do like Walker. Now, this is going to be his second year. But let's see what he got. I think Burton's coming on. I think Rome need to get on this shit, right? Rome needs to get on this shit and do what he needs to do. He said we don't need to be playing Stevenson. Well, Stevenson should be more of a rotational player. Starter now, but rotation, yeah. As a rotation player, I think Stevens is perfect for us. Got that nastiness about him. And as long as he can keep his head straight, he'll be fine. He's just got to, I don't know. Sometimes he just, I don't know. The young man has his moments, man, where he just like, I don't, he just loses it, gets caught up in the moment. You got to be, yeah, that's lack of maturity, and he's gonna have to work on that. That's just something he's got to work on. That's a personal thing. I don't even think it's a football thing. I think it's just a personal thing, right? That he's definitely gonna have to make sure he works on. But I do like our cornerback situation. I feel like our linebacker situation has a lot of possibilities, and I like that too. I mean, like I said, the end and the tackle position is probably the most important to me, as well as a safety. Those areas will probably be the most things I would definitely lock in on as far as defense. But it's definitely going to be interesting on how things pan out. But like I said, we will have a show on Thursday. Hopefully, they don't give me a hard time with this damn drafting. We'll see. Um, the draft tracker is what I will be using on the NFL draft board, as well as I'm gonna have, of course, the game above. To watch the actual live draft, but I just want to make sure. Sometimes YouTube will get petty. They will be petty, and I don't want to. Ain't got time to deal with that. So when you go, let me go down to the right on 25th pick. If you look at needs, where it says safety, offensive line, and defensive line. Again, I'm okay with the tackle position. I'm okay with it. Safety and defensive line is key to that I would really focus in on, that I would really address. But I understand why they say offensive line, because we just lost our tackle late in the season. So we had 2 tackles pretty much on the men. The other one's a returner. The other one's gotten free agent. A lot are left to be desired about that. But, it is what it is. But like I said, when they pull up need, that last need on our list is wide receiver. And I'm like, man, why do they feel like wide receiver is such a need for us? I just don't think it is. But that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. And that's all it is. He said, then who would you start at corner? Well, of course, we got Jalen. Then we got Gordon. That's who the 2 starters I would start at corner. That would be my 2 starters that I would go with. But I some people don't feel like, oh well, I don't know, I wouldn't want to see him there. But that's what I would do. So with Zay Frazier, he's 6'3". Ain't get a lot of time. I tell you another guy. The guy we got the same year we got Jalen Johnson. I mean, not Jalen Johnson, but then we got Stevens. I think he came from, I want to say he came from Minnesota. I could be wrong. Scott. I think that's who, if I can remember his name. I think that's what. No. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Smith. Terrell Smith, not Scott. God damn. Terrell Smith. I liked him coming out of college. I would like to see him get some run. Now, of course, his rookie year, he didn't get to play due to injuries. But I would like to see him get some opportunity. Jack Sanborn is back. I'm glad to see that, man. I hated that he left us. But if coach don't want him, I mean, what can you do? You got to go where you want it. You got to go where you want it. So I mean, I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting. To really see, with the options that we do have at the DB position, how they work that out. I know you said you don't like Stevenson. I don't think you don't like it, but you just don't. You're not sold on him. I like to see some of these other young guys get opportunity and see how they develop and see how they play. I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting. So my man said, I'll be perfectly happy with Jacob Rodriguez at number 25. They said Mike Singletary was too small too. Now, is that the one from is that the guy from Texas Tech? I don't know. Is that the linebacker from Texas Tech? Because I do like that linebacker from Texas Tech. Let me look him up. Let me look up Jacob Rodriguez. Yes, that's him. Okay. I do like him. Right? I do like him. 6 foot. Woo. Damn. Ain't lying. Look, of course, highlights are highlights, right? Highlights are always going to show the best of a player. But what I do like is I got the opportunity to watch him in a playoff game. I don't know if that 25th pick is going to, if I could sit well with that though, dog. I promise you. I'm not looking at the linebacker position at the 25th pick. I'm looking for a defensive lineman or defensive end, a pass rusher. at that 25th pick. I understand what you're saying. Singletary, one of my favorite players, definitely my favorite defensive players for the Bears. Now, my favorite player that ever played for the Bears is Walter Payton. My favorite defensive player is Mike Singletary. So I definitely understand when we talk about, and look, I'll blame these two guys. Y'all, these two guys' fault. Blame it on them. We talk about all this Bears stuff. Yeah, I'm okay with it though. Let me say this: you ain't gonna hurt my goddamn feeling. We can talk about Bears all goddamn day. We could talk about other teams, I guess. They don't matter, but we could talk about them. I got that type of range. But no, favorite defensive player for the Bears, Mike Singletary. Favorite player, period, for the Bears, Walter Payton. So I do understand when you're trying to make that comparison, but man, the 25th pick, that's the only thing, man. I'm not moving off of this what I think we need for first, man. He's definitely a defensive player. Definitely is a good player. But I need us a pass rush. I really do. A good defensive tackle. I really do. Those are the two positions I'm looking at with that 25th pick. Those are the two positions that I'm looking at with that 25th pick. Oh, shit, let me line up my thing. I don't let me line up the whole time. Shame on me. But those are the two positions that I'm looking at with that 25th pick. Man. But I do like that play. And I do understand why you recommended him. For sure. Plus, you got this goddamn porn stash. What the shit don't even look real. God damn. I hear you, man. Good looking, strapping young man with the chiseled jaw, as they would say. 20 years old, 23 years old, I'm sorry. From Hastings, Minnesota. That dude's a baller. Look here, let me say this. Texas Tech got a couple guys. Texas Tech got a couple guys, man, on their roster, man, on that defensive line that are some beasts. I mean, you got Dave Bailey. That guy's a beast. Of course, we got Lee Hunter. That guy's a beast. So, I mean, you got Albert Riggs. That guy's a beast. I mean, look, they got a couple guys on that Texas Tech team, man. I mean, that defensive front is what got them to the playoffs. Let's be honest, man. That defense was got Texas Tech to the playoffs. The opportunity to even be in it was because of that defense. So they got some dogs. Please believe you me. We know they got them boys overall for at Texas Tech. So we know that's not gonna be a problem. We know you're gonna get some ballers over there from Texas Tech. That's hands down, right? But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Guys, if you didn't know, album of the week is Public Enemy, Forever Black Planet. Funko Pop of the week is Flavor Flav. For you guys who do not know, I do have another channel called Hink's Collectibles. Let me drop the link. So in case you guys who are into collectibles, such as myself, who may want to follow my other channel, where I strictly talk about nothing but collectibles. The collectibles I bought, the collectibles that I have, I share. I also talk about the collectibles and what motivated me to or inspired me to make these choices on album of the week as well as Funko or action figure of the week. As you can see in my background, I have some action figure. I got a lot of action figure. I ain't gonna lie. I just had to update my action figure list just recently. I did. So I just dropped the link. So in case you guys would like to subscribe to my Hink's Collectible channel, great channel. Talk about a lot of collectibles. I collect albums, as you can see right there. But if you see that Michael Jackson Bad album right there up front. I also collect action figures as well as Funko Pops. I guess those are some of my vices, along with playing fantasy football and smoking cigars. See it? Keep Minador back there. You see that? I got that too. I like a good stogie. I don't drink alcohol. It's not my thing. I don't smoke cigarettes. I do the weed or drugs. It's not my thing. But I do like to listen to good music and listen to good. I played the album the other day. Listen to what else I listened to? I was listening to Mary J. Blige, My Life album. I was listening to that. Saturday was record store day. I went out there and I found a few gems. And they're buying like 3 albums. None of the record store day albums. I didn't get those. I didn't like none of those coming out. But I did buy 3 albums. I did find some albums. I went to a couple of my spots and found like 3 albums. So it was all good. It was all good. Guys, we got NBA playoffs. So in case y'all didn't know, we got NBA playoffs. I definitely make sure I want to talk about that before. I want to talk. I know y'all probably tired of hearing about the goddamn Bears the whole time. Do me a favor, guys. Do me a solid. Hit that goddamn like button. Push the goddamn button. As you see, push the goddamn button. But guys, yes, we do have the NBA playoffs. They have started. The playing games all done. All that bull crap is done and said and over with. Who cares, right? Nobody cares about the NBA playing games. That's irrelevant. But yes, sir. Yes, ladies. Yes, ma'am. Yes, little children. We do have NBA playoffs. We do have the NBA playoffs, and they have started. Matter of fact, we got games on today. And of course, I'm going to get to them because I need this for my research. Right now, currently, you have Toronto playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Toronto is down at half, 48-54. You have the Atlanta Falcons. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about football. The Atlanta Hawks playing against the New York Knickerbockers. First quarter, 15-9. Later tonight, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves going against the Denver Nuggets at 10:30. Wembley was named first team unanimous, first defensive player of the year winner. Unanimously. It wasn't even a fight. You other guys had no chance. Wembley, Wembley, Wembley. Speaking of Wembley, they are 1-0 in the playoffs. They are 1 up on the Portland Trailblazers. So is the Lakers 1 up on Houston. So right now, Denver's up on them 1-0 for game 2 tonight. You have OKC leading the Suns 1-0. You have the Orlando Magic up on the number 1 seed Pistons. That's crazy, but that's what it is. 1-0. And I did say the Lakers are up 1-0 on the Rockets. Of course, the Spurs are up 1-0 on the Trailblazers. Boston's up on the Philadelphia 76 1-0. So that's pretty much it right there. That's pretty much the playoff. And we all know where they stand. Like I said, we got games on tonight. Currently playing it right now as we speak. But make sure y'all subscribe to the Hink's Collectibles, man. Make sure y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every last one of you guys being here. Again, y'all know I don't go long, but definitely we're going to have a special show, an NFL draft show. I'm getting it ready right now. Got one individual already committed to showing up, but I will be reaching out to another guy that I know about making sure, see if I can get him in. We'll see if we can. Hopefully his time is available so we can do it. And we'll talk about this NFL draft. And, you know, just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. You know, talk about the goods and the bad picks. You know, make fun of the Cowboys like every team does. Guys, with that being said, I appreciate every last one of you guys being here, and I will catch you beautiful people on the next one. Right on.